Okay guys, let me first of all go ahead and apologize in advance for the traffic noise. So I'm out here in my yard, which is unfortunately by the highway, but I wanted to get this done, and I didn't foresee me packing all this somewhere and doing it somewhere else. But anyway, what you're looking at are skulls, most of them, all but one, that have been cleaned using the burial method that I first put online a couple of years ago. And I wish I'd made a better video because I didn't know it would get so many hits. But anyway, thought you'd like to see some of the results, and I'll put a link to that video in the description and maybe up on this video itself. But anyway, this guy here was one of them actually in the video, the initial one I did, and as you can see, turned out very well. Now, he had a problem with his teeth. I've since figured out that was something wrong with him. The teeth were deformed looking. I don't know what his deal was, but it had nothing to do with burying him, because none of the others have ever done it. They'll be a little loose, but they don't fall out like that. So anyway, that was the first one. Here's another one I took with a gun a while back, and I want you to look at how clean and I like them really white, so instead of bleaching them, I just paint them. They're going to be inside anyway. Get up there. I won't set you on the ground. I don't trust that. I have done bigger ones, unfortunately, for other people. Try and insert a picture of one of them on this video. This is the biggest one I've done with this method. That little string around his antlers was to help hanging him up in the garage, but great story behind this guy. As you can see, clean, beautiful. I was in the stand with my son, and he kept saying, "I see a buck," and I couldn't see it because he was shorter than me and he was looking under this big bunch of leaves, and I kept telling him, "There ain't nothing out there." Well, there was, and that's him. But let's compare this little guy. I think he's from 2008 or something like that, but I did him using the boil method. I don't know if you can see this, but the lines going down the sinuses, well, he's still pretty clean, don't get me wrong, but like, he was a lot harder, had to do a lot more scraping. And if you can see the difference, see how there's no flesh left in those nasal bones versus this guy. That's just a difference in how clean this comes out. Now, the difference you're looking at between the boil method and this method is immediate satisfaction. You get it done pretty quick, versus waiting a few months, like you would at a taxidermist probably, washing the thing off, and they're much less work, and it works fine. I say give it 3 months, warm weather, like don't bury it before like mid-March if you're in a temperate zone. Give it 3 solid months, and when you pull that joker up, it's going to be bone. That's what I've experienced. Don't try to bury it in sand, and the only reason I do that, I thought at first it would be better than dirt maybe for other reasons, but it's just easier to get them out, and the worms and stuff don't seem to care. Let's see, what else did I want to tell you? Don't bury them in a grass. Try to find an area where the dirt is less grassy, because I did have one time I had roots grow in through the eyeballs and stuff. It wasn't a big problem, but kind of an aggravation. But just bury them somewhere like a fenced in backyard, or somewhere where you can be sure the critters aren't going to get them. I thought of maybe trying inside of an old barn like that. Maybe that would work. At any rate, folks, if you can hear me over the noise, like I said, this works. It works beautifully. It's waiting a few months versus a lot more work, and I think I'll make the case for potentially damaging stuff, because you can easily overboil on the antlers, do things like that, and you can, if you boil it too hard, you can damage like some of the finer bones there. But I'm not knocking traditional methods. If you got a good taxidermist and you like it that way, or you want to do it yourself, that's fine. I just wanted to put this out there and show you some of the results. Just remember, 3 warm months, cover up the antlers like with a tub or something, anything to block the sun. Keep in mind that like squirrels and whatnot might chew on antlers. If you're in an area that's an issue, you might want to think about that. I've never had it happen, but just 3 months warm weather, cover the antlers up, and have fun.